Hey guys, it's Jessica, and today I'm going to review the Ben Nye Luxury Powders, and I have Cameo and I have Banana. These are in packaging that I had never seen before. I'd seen a lot of people talk about these, and they're always in the bigger jars, like the little shaker jars. And I saw that they sold these online for $12 each, and I was like, what? Because this is more doable for me. Those giant ones, I'm like, in a million years I would never go through this. I don't think I'll ever go through these. But this was just a little bit cheaper by a couple bucks, and I was like, that makes way more sense for me in my collection. That way, if I wanted to bring this when I travel, I don't feel as crazy bringing like a giant thing. I can just bring this. The reason I wanted to make this video is because as I was looking online for videos and photos of these, I could not figure out for someone fair like I am which one to get, like which one actually was better for pale, fair skin like mine. So I'm going to show you how both of these look when I set my under eye concealer with each of these, just so you can get an idea of how they work. So I'm in the middle of getting ready right now, and I wanted to show you guys the difference between these on fair skin like I've got. All I have on right now is foundation and then some concealer. I used the NARS Creamy Concealer, which is pretty good, but honestly, where's my other one that I like? I have a video comparing it to the NYX HD, which I also really like. They look exactly the same. They're a different consistency, but they give me the exact same look, so if you don't want to spend the money, I would recommend the NYX one, but I can link the comparison video of those below, because I apply one to one and one to the other, and you have to guess which one is the expensive one. Anyway, so I wanted to show you, I really like Cameo for my skin because it actually has a brightening effect, whereas the Banana one, when you're as fair as I am, it is nice coverage. I mean, it does cover, but you can't, it's not as brightening, I guess I should say. So I'm gonna do Cameo on this side and Banana on that side. So I am just using this Real Techniques, I think it's called the setting brush. It's all worn off. I use this thing like crazy. So I've just got a ton in there. I'm just gonna tap it off, and I'm just gonna lightly swirl it in that area. And not only does it brighten the area, but it kind of sets your concealer so it doesn't move all day. So you can already see it's gotten rid of any of that oiliness that was there, whereas you can kind of see, I mean, I'm going through allergies right now, so I've got like puffy eyes, and you can see the oil in the bag there, whereas here, it's a lot less noticeable. Now I'm going to use the Banana powder, which you see, I mean, just comparing them, they're a completely different color. But I'm going to use the Banana powder, tap it off, and I'm going to do the same thing, swirl it in that area. So you see, it does the same thing where it mattifies that area, it keeps the concealer in place, and it does, I think, conceal a bit, because for me it's yellow compared to my skin, so it does conceal like purple tones, but it doesn't brighten the same way. And I can see it in the viewfinder, but I don't know if it's obvious on camera, but it really is a difference in person and in my mirror here. This really is a lot lighter than that is. So if you're kind of torn between the two, I mean, they're both good, but if you want more brightening, I would go with Cameo. But what I like about Cameo, I was scared because I was like, that's really light. Is it gonna be too bright? But it's not, it's perfect. That is, I would say, the difference between the two. This one's brightening, this one's not on my skin tone. Of course, if you're a lot darker than me or deeper than me, the Banana would be more brightening. Any of these would be, and then they'd just be a different tone. Clearly, I am partial to the Cameo one. I keep wanting to call it Buff. They do have another one called Buff. It just, and it really, honestly, if you look at them, you can tell like, okay, obviously that would make way more sense. But I was curious because this was yellow, you know, if it would really cancel out. And it does cancel out purple tones just a little bit. It reminds me, the Banana one reminds me of the Bare Minerals Well Rested one, which I also own, which is really, really nice. I actually think the Bare Minerals one has better coverage than these. But I really like these. I find myself using the Cameo one every single day. I've had these for probably a month now, and I really do use them every single day. So the price point of these is $12. I bought mine on camerareadycosmetics.com. I can link that below. They have, I'm looking at the site right now, they have the 4 color options. So they have Banana and Cameo. They also have Buff, which is a little bit deeper than Cameo. And then they also have Beige Suede, which is the deepest of all of them. And these are $12 for this size. They call this the dome jar, and it's 0.93 ounces. They also have the 1.5 ounce small shaker, which most people have. And then they have the even taller one, which is 3 ounces, and it's the large shaker. The small shaker is $15. So I will say, if you know you're gonna use a lot, you can get the small shaker for only $3 more, and you get like almost double what this has. I just knew I'd never go through it, so even though it was only a couple dollars more, I just wouldn't use it. And then the 3-ounce large shaker is $20 and you get a ton. So I guess really, if you're a makeup artist, that would make the most sense. That's the best bang for your buck. But anyway, so that's where those are sold, and that's that info. The packaging on this, I'm gonna get this everywhere. I'm trying to make sure. Maybe I'll do it with the banana. So the packaging, there's a shaker inside, like there's the little holes inside. I just leave it open because I don't typically make too much of a mess with it, and then I can just dip my brush in it and tap it off and we're good to go. Oh, I love these so much. I've noticed as I wear it throughout the day, like I said, I've been wearing these off and on for the past month, it doesn't move, and my concealer looks better at the end of the day when I've used this versus when I don't. And that would be true for any setting powder, but this is one of the better setting powders I've tried, and there's really not many options at all in the drugstore. I really like I'll show you, my NYC Smooth Skin. I've done a demo and review of this. I don't typically use this to set my under eye, but you could, and it's really good. This is in transparent, and it's like $3. But there's not a ton of drugstore options for under eye setting powders. So this being $12 is totally in the drugstore range in my opinion, or at least it's closer versus like, you know, all the really high-end Sephora ones that are really expensive for what they are. And you get a lot more for that $12 price. So I had a good experience buying on Camera Ready Cosmetics. No, I'm not sponsored by them or anything. That's just, I searched Ben Nye powders and that's where I found them and that's where I bought them. But I would say go through them. They sell them, I mean, there's quite a few different websites that sell Ben Nye, but I had a good experience. It shipped quickly, I got it, everything was perfect. So that's where I would buy it, but there's many other sites you can buy it from. Hopefully this review is helpful for you guys. If you enjoyed, definitely check out my other drugstore priced reviews. I can link my playlist below. Otherwise, I hope you'll subscribe and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye.